The cool girl. The cool girl. Were you the cool girl? I was the cool girl. What is a cool girl? Kudos to you if you never had to be the cool girl. You knew your worth from the jump. Okay, but jokes aside, I do feel cool today because I'm wearing mom jeans. They're not very comfortable. My hair is not cornrowed. I can't cornrow to save my life. So I flat twisted it into this fabulous style. I think it's really cool, especially if you can't cornrow. I do have a tutorial though on how to flat twist coming up on Wednesday. Stay tuned for Wednesday. Yeah, let's just talk about being a cool girl. Honey. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Lerato Kortjass if you're seeing me for the first time. Today I'm here to talk about being a cool girl. Let's define what the hell is a cool girl. A cool girl or a cool girlfriend is someone that takes the bare minimum from her guy. So she'll pay for everything herself because she doesn't want to seem like she's bothering him or being too dependent on him financially. She won't expect to be like spoiled by him. She won't expect gifts. Like Nj, she's very like bare minimum. Like she's cool. She will always, you know, accommodate his needs over her own. I was kind of triggered like on Twitter when people were talking about, oh, cool girl, cool girlfriend, and like defining what it is, etc, etc. And I'm like, this sounds like me though. Like in the past, guys, when you're being a cool girl, right, like you're not actually conscious of it, correct, right? Like you're not doing it on purpose. I didn't realize that I was a cool girlfriend until I saw like people defining it on Twitter. I feel like, me personally, right, like I didn't grow up with a father figure around the house. My father's alive and well, whatever, but like I didn't grow up with him in the house. So I was never like, it was never a thing that a man provides for the house. Like it was always my mom, my aunt, Nj. Like it was never instilled, okay, like a man is meant to provide for you. So with that being said, like niggas who know that about you, like know your situation, or even if they don't, like niggas will obviously like conclude what type of hun you are by what you're already accepting from him and what you're already tolerating already. When, you know, guys aren't even in a relationship or whatever. Okay, cool, this hun probably has daddy issues, or she looks like a bare minimum hun. Like they will take advantage of that. Like basically me in my situation, household circumstance, whatever, that's how I became a cool girl. And I feel like the niggas that I was involved with took advantage of that. I was involved with a guy who is, I mean, not that the ethnicity matters, but he's closer. I have to mention that. Cool. So I was involved with this person, whatever. It was kind of a long distance situation, but also we didn't date for long. Like we just vibed for a while and then we dated like iskashana and then it ended, whatever. This person that I was involved with was very like hyper masculine, very aggressive, domineering, even even when there was no need for him to be. But that's just who he was. I would say I do have traits of a dominant personality, but if I'm dealing with a dominant personality as well, like I tend to, like, we can't both be aggressive and domineering and what's the word, like we can't both be hotheads. So ubuti, like it was like a long distance situation. Like he was in Joburg, so he would come visit me in Maritzburg. We met in Durban though, whatever. During the bourgeois, he would come to Maritzburg, book whatever, okay, see each other, it's all fine, blah blah blah. He would obviously like book, buy food and whatever else, but like he would never ask me like what I wanted, right? Like he would never be like, hey, I'm buying food, like what would you like, type of thing. He would just like buy everything, buy whatever food he thought was sharp, the alcohol that he thought was sharp. Like he would never ask me directly, it's okay, what do you want? So I would kind of find that annoying, not annoying, but like it would just be nice to be asked, what would you like to eat? Because a lot of things that guys think we like I don't like chocolate. Same time, this is when my cool girlness would kick in. It's okay, cool, like he came all this way, he's putting in effort. What if it's all he can afford? Like you can't be ungrateful. Like sometimes it's just about basic manners, guys. Like I can't now be like demanding certain food. It was just like, okay, cool, this is what he wants us to eat. Even if it was chicken and rolls, my cool girlness, like I felt awkward about asking stuff from him, even if it was like food or like little things. Like I would never ever ask him to buy me anything. Another thing, hey, where do we draw the line between, okay, this is bare minimum versus this is what he can afford? He was working, he was a working gent in Joburg. I was still a student. I think I was in my final year, my honors year. So I was in Umjolo. I don't expect anything, don't ask for anything, just appreciate any thoughts and efforts that he's making. What did I get from being a cool girlfriend? All I got, I'm not here to trash talk this guy, by the way, but genuinely all I got from being a cool girlfriend was a whole lot of insecurity. Like as we were breaking up, like I only saw it then. I have a guy friend, right, that I'm very close to. He's like family, so I can go to his house any hour of the day. So even at night, whatever, it's chilled, like we're boys. It's like, yeah, you're going to some random guy's house. I literally go to their house any hour of the day, night, nj. So he brought up that. Oh, and he'd also say how like I don't want to be seen in public with him. Maritzburg is very small and our parents literally know each other. Like all our parents know each other. So even with like a previous boyfriend, like, I would literally get out the car, suss out the place, see if there's anyone that my mom knows, and then I'd be like, okay, cool, we can go. Like it's not that I don't want to be seen in public with you, it's just literally like all our parents know each other. I'm not trying to have someone's mom be like, oh yeah, I saw Lerato with blah blah blah. Like that's just standard procedure. So I would do that. What else did he give me crap about? Like he would never believe me when I told him that I'm chilling at home. Like I'm a homebody. He would never believe me when I told him that. He even made up a lie about his cousin. He was like, yeah, my cousin told me that he saw you at a party, etc, etc. And I'm like, which part? I don't even go to party. Your cousin is a liar. Like I don't go to parties. Yes, I go to games night, but it's like with close friends. Uguti, I was at a party. That's just a straight up lie. He insisted that his cousin saw me while we were breaking up. He was like, yeah, no, I just made it up because I just couldn't understand, like I just felt like you were lying to me about your whereabouts. So Nj, he was always very suspicious of me. It literally stems from his own insecurity. You're fronting as if you're this dominant, alpha male, secure, whatever, but literally you're the most insecure nigga I've ever met in my entire life. And if you're watching this booty, everything that I'm saying is facts. I'm not embellishing, I'm not exaggerating. Straight up facts. Insecure recognizes insecure. So I have to say that about myself as well. I was also obviously insecure if I was with this person. After that, like I just looked at myself in a different light. I was like, bruh, like was that really your life? Like why did you put yourself through that? Like, so whatever, that happened, that situation was done, dusted. Okay, so whatever, I made a few frogs after that. I feel like I low-key made the same mistake. But I think this time it's because I was actually in love with that person. Like with frog number one, it was just a matter of like I saw potential in him. I saw potential in the situation. I'm like, okay, cool. I could work with this, you know, build a man, cool girl. You know what I mean? Like we want to build men as cool girls sometimes. But anyway, frog number two was probably 100 times more toxic than frog number one. Like, frog number two, guys, like umkowisho, he was 100 times more toxic than frog number one. So clearly I didn't learn my lesson. I was on a I hate men train. Like after frog number two, I literally took 12 months off, like fully, like no, not even entertaining a gent, like at all. Like I didn't want to be a thought, not a thought, like I just didn't want to be a thought in anyone's mind. I didn't even text or entertain anyone for 12 12 months, I was just like, you know what, I'm good. I needed to do some introspection, because now why am I attracted to these toxic people? Didn't talk, didn't think of it. I was nothing for those 12 months. And then okay, cool, I was ready to get back into the dating pool. I started going out more, going for drinks, etc, etc. And guys, when I say the difference and the growth thereafter and just liberation that I saw in myself after those 12 months, oh, it's just beautiful. You will still encounter the same-ish frogs from your past, just in like different versions of people. I met this other gent who had similar traits to my frogs of the past, like the toxic frogs. I can easily pick up now, it's not a big deal. So I went out with a friend, and then we met these other guys. We went to this other pub. Yeah, it's like a pub and grill type of vibe. It's called Frankie Bananas. If you're from Maritzburg, y'all know. Frankie Bananas, whatever. If it's a pub and grill, you're not trying to like look all fancy and dress up, but at the same time, people do, just because like Cubana is 2 minutes away. So you start at Frankie's and then you go to Cubana. But I really didn't want to go to Cubana that night. Like I wasn't in the mood. So I dressed like to the bare minimum. And I had my hair up like in a bun, like natural hair. And like guys, when I have my natural hair, like just my hair in a bun, I look 12. And I was wearing like a khaki jacket. I was wearing a dress. I was wearing like a black dress, khaki jacket, and just some slides. And there's no way they're gonna let you in looking bare minimum at Cubana. So it was kind of strategic. We met these other guys. They left like a group of like girls to come to us, like girls who've literally beat their faces to the gods, weave. Yeah, they look really nice, and we're literally just like, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So these gents came to our table, and I just could not understand why. Like, why is this happening? So then I asked my friend, I'm like, bruh, the weirdest thing happened to me last night. Like, the couple of guys like came to our table when we're looking, like, and he's like, you know why that happened? It's because you guys look like low maintenance. You guys look like you won't expect anything. So I'm like, wow. So because I wore my natural hair and I didn't wear makeup and I didn't, you know, like wear heels or whatever, I look like a bare minimum hun. Like, I don't like the messaging of that. Like, just because I have natural hair or I choose to go out with my natural hair, I look like a bare minimum hun. No, the guy that I was talking to, I feel like he genuinely thinks that through our interaction. I feel like in those 12 months, genuinely, like I grew out of my cool girlness because I don't accept anything. I'm so proud of myself because I actually put it into action. I have no problem telling a guy or putting a guy in place. And I recently had a chat with a gent, like he was trying to like weasel his way back into my life, and I'm like, bruh, no. I listed all the reasons why I'm like, I will never ever date you because of ABCD, like how you conducted yourself. We met like a few months back. We talked, we hung out, but after that interaction, I was like, okay, cool, you're never seeing me ever again. And I'm not afraid to be rejected. I'm not afraid to be not the cool girl anymore. So yeah, no more cool girl, no more cool girl, no more cool girl, no more cool girl. That was just my little tale about being a cool girl. If you've always set the bar, it's okay, cool, this is where I start, this is where I end, kudos to you. Not everyone has been able to do that. It's not always easy, and also like it has to do with how you were taught, like how you grew up and what you were taught. So it's not like a conscious thing. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys can relate to anything that I'm saying, like especially the whole the line between being a cool girl and what booty can actually afford. But also finance has always been like a prerequisite for a lot of people. I'm not saying it's not a prerequisite for me, it's just never been a focal, it's never been something that I'm like, okay, cool, this is number one, this is a priority. If he doesn't have his finances in check, it's not gonna happen. For Umjoro to work, both people need to kind of pull their weight in the finance department, and even like modes of transport, like car situation. Like I get all of that. It's just for some people, like for me, for example, like you kind of need to like learn it. Learn it. Yeah, like learn, okay, you are allowed to expect your guy to have XYZ. You're allowed to not accept a guy that doesn't have XYZ. And I feel like that needs to be normalized, like, because I don't know, guys, like I said, it has to do with like background, childhood, and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed my little chit chat about being a cool girl question. Were you ever a cool girl? I'm pretty sure, guys, like we're all cool girls at some stage. Let me know in the comments down below if you were also a cool girl, how you grew out of it, or if you are actually currently a cool girl and you didn't know that you're a cool girl. Because if you're currently a cool girl, like, no sis, like, I know this video is all over the place. Cool girl story time, introspect, like, unique. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. And please do give me suggestions for future videos if you have any. And yeah, I guess I'll see you then.